Hey, how y'all doing, baby? It's Sunday. I said this already. I started my live stream over on Facebook, but we were having issues trying to get the live feed up on Facebook. I lost my connection, and I'm sorry about that. It's our internet out here. We sometimes have trouble from it. Hello from Maryland, Jerry. Anyway, I just had a nice live rant there on Facebook, so I guess you could go over to John Britovo on Facebook, and that live stream will be over there as a video. You can check it out there. I guess we were talking about all sorts of stuff until I lost my signal, and Jerry says YouTube is better anyway. We have a whole hey, Karen Cormier, how you doing? And Robin Beers from San Diego, and Beto from Texas. Peter says, I appreciate that, buddy, because that's what I'm pushing. That man's become a rock star, baby. Speaking of Beto O'Rourke, I want to point out that Rafael Cruz has accepted the terms to have a debate with Beto O'Rourke. There'll be 3 debates starting here at the end of September. One will be in Dallas, one will be in Houston, and one will be in San Antonio. And I am looking forward to seeing those debates. I know what the outcome's going to be already. I believe Beto O'Rourke will be able to out-talk sleazy. He's a used car. Oh, no, he's a Zodiac killer. Zodiac killer Ted Cruz. He matches the description of the Zodiac killer. And hello, Darlene Farmer from Northern Virginia, baby. I hope well up there. I hope the weather's cooperating with y'all. Had a lot of weather out there over on the East Coast this weekend, and it's been a lot of rain over there. We got hit with a lot of rain. It finally stopped today. We got hit with what they called investigation number 95, which means they sent a plane out to take a look at the formation of this system out in the Gulf of Mexico. They could not find a center of circulation, so they just come back as a tropical wave. It had a circulation to it, and it came and dumped a lot of water on us. And but we didn't have the wind to deal with like they did up on the East Coast. We just had a lot of rain down here, and it swelled my river up a little bit. So we're keeping an eye on the river upstream, baby. Make sure it ain't flooding up there, and make sure we get all this water runoff. Anyway, what the hell's going on? I was over there on Facebook. I was talking at that time when we lost our signal about, was it Paul Manafort? Or
no,
was it
Kavanaugh.
Oh, no, it was Kavanaugh. We was talking about the Kavanaugh hearings for the Senate, and here lately a letter came out, was sent to the FBI. It was received by Senator Feinstein, I believe, and Senator Congress. Anyway, it was sent to the FBI, and the right over there all immediately went all buggers on us, yelling, "This is a fraud! It's right here at the time of his confirmation hearings, and it's just a made-up story, and there's no author." Well, there's an author now, and her name is Christine Blasey Ford, and she is the lady that wrote the letter to Dianne Feinstein complaining about Brett Kavanaugh, about the attack she says she suffered at the hands of Brett Kavanaugh and several other back in school, where they closed the door, turned up the music, and held her down on a bed, and Brett Kavanaugh allegedly put his hand over her mouth, and as she says, she thought that he was going to inadvertently kill her by accident, just by holding her mouth shut. And so yeah, now we have a name. She's a professor at Palo Alto University, and not only that, she allowed permission for her therapist notes, I understand, to be released, where in 2012 she related this story to her therapist. It's not like it was made up yesterday. There's a paper trail where she had discussed this before. So yeah, Brett Kavanaugh, how you like them apples? I don't think, buddy. I don't think that's the kind of person we want on the Supreme Court, along with all the other bullshit that we have found out of Brett Kavanaugh, and that stuff that we can't find out because the Republicans are trying to hide papers and all that kind of bullshit. So the Brett Kavanaugh hearing should be just stopped. It should be stopped anyway, just because we have a lying asshole in the White House who is eventually going to have a case, I believe, that's going to go to the Supreme Court, and that's why he wants Brett Kavanaugh on there. And I've said it before, the whole thing from the time Kennedy retired, mysteriously all of a sudden, so Donnie would have another pick, and the fact that Kavanaugh wasn't even on the list from the, what was it, the Republican... Oh, they have a list over there. I momentarily forgot what it's called, but...
yeah, I'm sorry. I can't help you either. I'm making sure we're all
good.
We're all good. So far, we're streaming a lot better than we did on Facebook.
We're streaming better on here. We're streaming better on Facebook than we did on YouTube, more than we did over there on Facebook.
In fact, to the chat, how are we looking? Any glitches? Any weirdness?
I see chat over here, baby. Charles Kelly, how you doing up there, bub? Up there, excuse me, Charles. You're down there. Charles is down in Costa Rica. I always imagine Charles on the beach with a fishing pole in one hand, beer in the other. Crystal clear water on a bright beach. Just, that's the way I look at it, Charles. I don't know, buddy. I hope it's that way for you. Cher is telling Tyler hello. My son, Tyler, who it goes by another name under here.
Don't even ask me how it's pronounced.
I don't know. I'd have to see it in front of me. He is upstairs in his room monitoring the chat. He's a moderator in the chat room, so... I have two sons, Travis and Tyler. Travis is always the one right over here with me, monitoring everything and making everything happen. And Tyler's upstairs monitoring the chat in case anybody gets nasty and rude. Are you chitting me? Not a bit, Tom. I wouldn't do that, buddy. I also want to remind you that we have a presidential alert coming out on this coming Thursday. If you own a cell phone, and who don't, well, we might just get a message from the president on Thursday. It's a presidential alert. And he's going to test it and make... I don't know what kind of message he's going to say. No collusion, I'm sure. Somewhere in the emergency presidential alert, it'll probably say at the end, no collusion, witch hunt. You know, it'll be something official like that. Hello, Jane Shankney. How you doing, darling? You've been with us a long time. And so is Corina Cormier. And she's up in Maine. I know where you are, dear. You're up in that cold country, baby. And it's beautiful up there. Anyway,
Bethy Brown's in here too.
Who? Bethy? Bethy? Hi, Bethy. How you doing, Oh, hello, Travis. She's saying hello to you.
Well, yeah. Well,
oh, he's the star now.
No.
Yeah. I see how it's going.
I am no
David
near a
Kurtner,
star.
up from Cleveland, Ohio. Ain't that where Joe Riddle's from, I think? I think it's Cleveland, Cincinnati. I don't know. I forgot too many stuff up in my head right now. Anyway.
You know a lot of people.
I noticed on Facebook this morning, Mama showed me a clip. And it was Willie Nelson's son. And Willie Nelson's son came out to read his opinion, something that he had written, and I enjoyed every word of it. It laid out what the Nelson family believes in and who they're behind. And guess who it is? That's right, baby. It's Beto O'Rourke. If you don't know it now, Willie Nelson is 100% behind Beto O'Rourke. He's going to hold a concert for Beto up in, or a rally up in Austin, where Willie's going to play up there for Beto. And because of that, a lot of idiots down here in Texas are, I don't know, I'm waiting on one of them to start, burning your Willie record or some shit like that, idiots on parade. That there's some people down here in Texas that think it's disgraceful that Willie Nelson is standing up for Beto and not Ted Cruz, because Ted Cruz is a lying sack of shit. He showed us who he was during the election. Ted Cruz flip-flops depending on who's paying him, baby. It doesn't matter. He'll fight like hell against Donnie. Donnie wins. Oh, he'll kiss Donnie's ass right up. Now he's trying to get him to come down here and parade around for Ted Cruz. Sheesh, are you shitting me? I noticed, I said this on the other show over there on Facebook. The tide is going to turn. When Les Wexner up in Ohio, he's a billionaire, baby. He's a billionaire up there, and he has been donating to Republicans for a long time. Well, he ain't doing that no more, baby. He said, and I quote, he won't support this Republican nonsense. That's what he's saying. He's not giving the money to Republicans anymore. It's a bunch of nonsense up in here. You got a president up there sitting in the White House who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He got people around him trying to keep him from making more of an idiot out of himself than he already does. And it's a what they call it, crazy town. It's crazy town, and I want to share. There's a buddy of mine that did a song in his name, and it's called "Got to Get Out of Crazy Town," and by Elam and Hayes, and it's a great song. I need to share that. It was sent to me.
Some really good music.
It's some excellent music. I did not know this guy could sing. He does a lot of stuff, and it was under the radar. I didn't even know it until he sent me a link, because in the book it calls Trump's White House Crazy Town. And he sent me a message, Don did, and said that he thought that his song was pretty relevant right now. And I think it is, Don. I listened to the words of the song. I'm going to put it up on my Facebook. I might see if he'll let me. Well, you could. Elam and Hayes is the name of the group, and you could look them up on YouTube. And it sounds really pretty good. Raphael Cruz needs to go. He is such a disgrace. It's not funny. Trump rump kisser. That's what he was. He flipped, baby, right after the election. He just, ooh, Donnie, vote your conscience and all that stuff. And I've been saying, I'm getting a bit tired of Beto being dragged through the dirt by Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is running commercials down here out the wazoo, so he's getting money from somebody. He's getting money from all over the damn country. Republicans trying to come down here and rescue his seat. They don't give a crap about Ted Cruz. They are worried about the seat falling into Democratic hands, and that's exactly what it's going to do, baby. Beto, he has become a rock star in this nation, baby. Every politician could take a lesson from this man on how to run a campaign. He's not out there denigrating Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz denigrates himself all the time by doing nothing but running these negative ads. That's all he's doing. He's not running any ad to tell you how wonderful Texas is going to be, how great the country can work together. No. Ted Cruz is out there screaming that Beto O'Rourke is going to ruin the country with MS-13 gangs. He's going to come personally to your house and kill your mother. That's what Ted Cruz is out there flopping around with and shit. It's disgraceful. It's disgusting. The man is not a Texan. I don't know how he snuck into this state. Selling used cars, I believe, or he was trying to get away from people that were hunting down the Zodiac killer. I don't know. Yep. 3 debates. I'm really looking for them. I really want to see them. And anyway, the witch hunt continues, and I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of anything until after the midterms. Maybe an indictment or two might flow out from Paul Manafort flipping. I don't know how it can't. I don't know how we see a scenario here with everybody that's flipping. Got to remember the chief financial up there, officer of Trump organization. He's flipped. Other people that we haven't even heard what they've got to say yet. You know there's an indictment coming down sometime for Donnie Jr., Ivanka, Jared Kushner, probably Eric, probably the whole damn family. It might be Melania might be the only one left for all we know. Oh, Mike Pence is just waiting. I bet he sits up every night telling Mother, I'm going to be president, Mother. And yeah. Maybe momentarily until we get your stinking ass out, too, because I think you're wrapped up in this shit, too, Mike Pence. I always notice whenever he is doing anything. I saw a picture of him on Facebook where he's standing there. Donnie's on the phone, supposedly to FEMA, and Mike Pence is standing over there with his arms crossed like this, and he's posing, which is what Mike Pence does more than anything else. It's his lodestar, posing. And the man can pose better than anybody I can see, doesn't Mother? Yeah, that's it, Tristan. That's what he calls his wife, Mother. Now, I call my wife every once in a while, I call her Mama, in the term of one hot mama. Whew, Mama, you looking good. That's what I say. I would never call my wife Mother. That just brings up some weird, creepy... I don't know, Mike, are you into creepy stuff? It sure sounds like it, brother. I don't know. I heard on the internet one time that he had the gay prayed out of him. Are you shitting me? Have the gay... if you were gay and you went to a church and they prayed over you and you came out saying, I'm not gay anymore, no, you're just lying to yourself, darling. I don't care who you are. You are who you are, and some people have a problem with who other people are. And that tells you the difference of where we have to draw the line at. Who are the people who exude that kind of bullshit? And we can spot them all the time. They're either paranoid about gays, they're paranoid about blacks, or about brown people, you name it. That's the right, baby. That's who they are nowadays. It all is based on fear. Everything the Republican Party is selling is fear. Every race they're running in this country, every district, every Senate race, it's all about fear. If the Democrats get it, oh my God, everybody's going to get silicone injections. We're going to dye our hair green, and we're all going to be eating granola and whatever Ted Cruz thinks everybody in California. That's the Republican Party. And but baby, we can see things that are changing, baby. We got a lot of races. I was trying to go through some of these races because, as I said earlier on Facebook, I do a rant Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's not going to change. But we're getting down to the wire, people. We've got a very little amount of time left to if it, like I said before, I'm a cheerleader. I'm just out here trying to get somebody, the next person, motivated into this fight, the next person to vote. And I've had success. I've had people write to me and tell me, John, you changed my mind about a certain subject. I can see clearly now what you're talking about. I appreciate that kind of stuff, but there's more out there we have to flip. There's more Republicans out there that need to look at why people like Wexner have decided not to donate to Republicans anymore. It's because they're tired of the nonsense, the bullshit. Every book that comes out, every person that's got something to say is coming out saying the same thing. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's got a 5th or 6th grade mentality when it comes to shit. No, I don't want my house being run by a toddler, but that's what we have. Everything that man does evolves around his own image. He does not give a shit about America as long as he looks good. He'll lie through his teeth because his minions, his real desperate, down-hard, deplorable minions, well, they don't give a shit what Donnie does, says, or whatever. Whatever news comes out about him, it doesn't matter. You could show them a picture of Donnie kissing Putin's ass with his lips glued right there, and they would say that's not kissing, he's praying, or something like that. They'd make up some excuse, or they would never hear about that story to begin with, because Fox News doesn't run such shit. Fox News runs nothing but pom-poms for Donnie. That's it. It's a Tucker Carlson and Judge Wino and the whole Hannity shit. It's just a scam. All of that. It's propaganda. Trying to prop up a what? A Russian whore? Because that's what Donnie is. That's all he is. He survives because the Russians give him money. They launder money through his bribe collection centers all over the world. That's where Donnie gets his money. He's a slut for Putin. That's all he is.
Before we go
any further,
we're having some technical difficulties, and I apologize for that. We've had 2 donations in the last 5 minutes, and we haven't got a single alert. So let's thank Tim Torkelson.
Tim Torkelson?
$20 donation. He writes, "Thank you, John."
Thank you, Bub. I appreciate that.
And we can also thank Linda, who donated $10.
Linda, thank you very much for donating. Travis and I, just in the moments between the live Facebook and the live YouTube, we're discussing some of the problems that we have. I said I'm going to start going live more as we get closer to the midterms, and I'll be doing that. I think we decided that we're going to try to move some of this stuff upstairs into a room we have upstairs, if we can make room up there to do the live broadcast from upstairs, and maybe not have the difficulties that we're having down here. I'm going to continue to do my rants, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday rants right here. This is where I'm comfortable. This is where I speak the most. But that way I could raise my voice in here, and I don't give a shit who hears me out there, baby, because there's nobody out here. It's just us. And I like it that way. My donkey and my goat are over there, and they've been locked up. Not locked up, but the door's open, but they don't want to come outside because it's muddy as shit now. But they've been in their little stall for about 3 days now. And the door's open if they want to come out, but it's just so muddy. I got to go in there and clean it out a little bit. For 3 days is a lot of poop. Yes, okay. JB, can I send you some high top? Whatever high top is, well, sure, buddy. I don't know what high top is. Is that a beer or? I don't know, but
is it legal in the state of Texas?
Is it legal? I don't care. Pay no attention to the man off the camera, the man behind the. No, I don't know what high top is, buddy. I've had beer sent to me, and rough time, baby, and with some cancer, and she's down, she's depressed. I'm concerned about her, and but I'll be wearing one of her shirts tomorrow. She sent us 4 shirts, and on a side note, just about all the shirts April ever sends me, my wife ends up hijacking. April has some really cute taste in shirts, and my wife likes that, and she snags them. I get to wear them on my show until before she does, but if she snags a shirt, buddy, I pick my battles. We've been together 41 years. I'm not going to fight over a t-shirt, baby. Anyway, it's all in the family. Mama does a whole lot behind the scenes. She is I call her my political advisor. Me and Marcia have been married for 41 years. There's nobody that, she saves my life 1 month at a time, 1 day at a time. Every time I take a breath, she's the reason. Not my kids, it's my wife, buddy. You come in there, but got to make priorities. I wish
I just manage the stream, that's all.
Huh? You manage the stream with a grin on his face,
all
yeah.
I do.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Yeah,
there's people who
if you
continue
could
to comment.
reach out to her, it would be great. I'm sure she would love to have somebody talk to her. That's part of the problem, that she is lonely, and in her treatments, and it's just rough. My heart goes out to April, and we want to see her on the bright side, baby. Anyway, that's hard to do when you're in her position. She wrote me again, and it's just, baby, it's heartbreaking. It's the side of doing this, when people reach out to you with so many stories, and I've had so many stories told to me, that what's happening in the United States, that it's not all, roses and rainbow farts and all. There's a lot of people going through a lot of difficult stuff out here, and baby, I can empathize with them a whole lot. I want this John. Tim wants me to sing. Oh, Darlene, I don't know what to sing. I can't sing. I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, buddy. But I sing to myself quite often. I don't know. I sang This Little Light of Mine. I try to sing things that uplift me or try to hold me up, but there's songs that keep me in place, like well, I've been down so many times it looks up. I've been wrong so many times it seems right. Well, I'm a fool to take the lines you handed me. I was blind, but now I see the light. That's right, I see the light of what's going on over in the Republican Party. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. It embarrasses the shit out of my family when I do that. Anyway, we got races all over the place in Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, Beto O'Rourke. Up in Utah, Mitt Romney's trying to get back in the shit. Can you believe that crap? Mitt Romney running against Jenny Wilson up there. We got races in Virginia, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Arizona, in the these are all Senate races I was looking at. We have to pay attention now. I think we got a damn good shot at the House. We need to start looking at that Senate, baby, because I believe with all the races that I'm looking at, there's a lot of them. One of them here is a toss-up out in Nevada. The Republican Dean Heller He's running again, and the Democrat Jackie Rosen, she's from the 3rd Congressional District out there in Nevada. It's a toss-up on that race right now in Nevada. There's a seat that we could take in the Senate if we get the people in Nevada to get out there and campaign for Jackie Rosen. Well, then Nevada could be up in play, just like Texas is with Beto O'Rourke. We have to look at these states where there's a possibility where we could take a seat in the Senate and where we could take a seat in the House. I think the House is going to be a whole lot easier. There's a whole lot more seats, that are going to be, I believe, washed over with this blue wave, baby. We was just talking about the voting numbers up in New York the other day, 2.5 times the last time they had a turnout for the primaries. 2.5 more people turned out for this time in a primary. So, the wave builds. And I think we got a shot, baby. Out in Montana, John Tester, he's the incumbent out there. He's the Democrat. And he's being challenged by Matthew Rosendale. And Matthew Rosendale, he's being backed by Steve Bannon and the conservative right money. They're pouring money into this guy up in Montana. Steve Bannon, the guy from the Doom guy from Donnie's White House, the guy that got fired, the sloppy-looking guy, who the white supremacist asshole from Breitbart News and all that shit, trying to start a nationalist movement across the world, I guess. And that's who's backing the Republican up there. So up in Montana, John Tester got to stay in that seat. Get behind him up there. Make some noise up there. Make sure people get out to vote. In Indiana, we got Joe Donnelly, who is the Democrat incumbent, being challenged by Mike Braun. And this guy's a GOP Trumper from the word go. He is a big Trumper. Everything Donnie does, this guy gets up there and throws the pom-poms up and says, look what a great guy Donnie is. No, Donnie's a stinking liar. And until people like him, who are just trying to ride the coattails of hatred into another office somewhere, it ain't going to work, baby, because that hatred's being recognized. I had one more down here I wanted to... in North Dakota. I wanted to mention this one. The incumbent Democrat, Heidi Heitkamp, she is the senator up there in North Dakota. She wants to remain the senator up there, but she has a challenger called Kevin Cramer. Now, who's Kevin Cramer? Well, I didn't know until I looked. He was an advisor to Donnie the Dick during the campaigns up there. That's who this guy is. He's a businessman, one of Donnie's friends, who was helping Donnie with the campaign in 2016. He wasn't going to run until Donnie himself told him, you need to run in North Dakota. What? No shit. Kevin Cramer, the only reason he's in there is because Donnie told him to run. You got a good chance in there, Kevin. I don't think so, you asshole. If you're wrapped up in Trump, you got Trump shit all over you. That's what you have. That's what the name means. It doesn't mean high society anymore. It means crap. It means lies. It means cheats. It means hush money. It means porn stars. It means all the nasty kind of crap that the Republicans used to say they were all against. No, we can't have that in our party. We're godly people, and we believe in truth and justice in the America. Are you shitting me? The Republicans threw all that in the trash, baby. They threw everything the Republican Party ever stood for in the ditch to follow the golden idol of idiocy, which is Donnie the Dick. And I fail to understand what the draw was to that, with all the information that came out to leading to that vote. How people could turn their back to everything that man stands for, everything he's ever done in his life that turned to shit. Oh, that's my guy. I think I'll vote for Donnie because, I like what he says. You like what he says now? The ignorant crap that comes out of his mouth every day? Is that entertainment on Twitter? Because that's all it is. It's a bunch of smoke screen shit about everything to try to keep everybody away from the Mueller investigation and something. You need my damn it dog. Donnie the damn it dog. This race is everything, people. This race determines how our country moves forward. How do we deal with a man that sits in our house who is a puppet for Putin, a puppet for Russia, who everything he does is some way related to oh, let's be buddy with Russia. Russia's our pal. Let's make friends with Russia. We can do, it's a constant stream of Russia out of the Republicans over there. Donnie leading the cheer, and other Republicans like, what's his name? Used to be a libertarian. Oh, out in Kentucky. Anyway, that guy went over to Russia, got I don't know, born again into the Russian society, and come back here. I'll think of his name in a minute. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. Rand. Yeah, what's his name? Ingersoll Rand? No, that's a motor. Rand Paul. I'm sorry, people. It's sometimes even the most common knowledge sometimes escapes you when you're trying to think of it really quick.
You can always ask the chat. That's the golden thing about live streams. It's like,
I can ask
chat's
y'all.
here can help you.
What do y'all think? Tell me what you think, because I get to read these later. I don't get to keep up with everything that's running. Somebody did there. Darlene Farmer came up and said, Rand Paul, you need a damn it doll. Everybody needs, I'd like to, have the real, that's my damn it doll. It was sent to us by one of our Blue Dot family members, and you recognize the blue suit in the red tie, and I get to whack him and he won't come apart. So look for that at your local distributor of
damn it dolls.
Of damn it dolls. I'm sure you could look up damn it, because it says it right there on the back of it, damn it dolls. www.dammitdolls.com. Dammitdolls.com. There you go. That's simple up. I'm not doing an advertisement for them, but if you want a Donnie, Kim Cormall from the Tim Cormall Show sent me the Donnie the Dick. Well, it's motivation. It's I'm not a big religious person, but this is kind of making me want to think, okay, if I was going to pick one right now, maybe this one might be a beneficial.
What people don't realize is that thing's actually full of...
Yes, this Donnie doll where we can stick the pins in it is full of genuine elephant dung. That's the Republicans, baby. They're full of shit. And that's what this one is. So I always thank Tim Cormall. Y'all run up there. He does a show on Sundays. Today is Sunday, so he did a show today. It'll be posted up, I'm sure, on there. Y'all look up for Tim Cormall. And I don't know who he had on the show today, but he always puts on good entertainment. And I like to love to Mama Travis, Billy the Goat. His name, he is a Billy Goat, baby. He is.
He's an asshole too.
Yeah, Travis calls him an asshole. His name is Boomer, and he's got that name because he'll boom the crap out of you if you're not careful. Boomer's doing fine. Jenny's doing fine. Jenny doesn't like being locked up in there, or not locked up, in the same stall with him all the time, because the goat gets pushy. But don't worry about Jenny. Jenny will turn those guns around, point that butt at her, and buddy, she's got a kick that goat don't want nothing to do with. And they get along just fine. But yes, it's Mueller time. When it's time to relax, one thing stands clear: Mueller's here. And we're going to see indictments, baby. Anyway, that's about all I got. We got races all across the United States. That's the big thing that we have to stay motivated. Get your friends motivated. If they're not particularly into politics, tell them, hey, it's either this or the earth is going to burst into flames and die under their leadership. And they don't really care. They're striking every environmental law down. And I'll tell you what, you want to get some scary shit, go look at what's going on in our environment. And go on. Bees. Treat them nicely, shoo them along, and they'll leave you alone. Anyway.
I got something for you right here.
What you got?
Darlene Farmer. Has a really interesting question, and I think this is a good idea.
What?
Will you run a late stream on November 6th for the midterm elections?
Oh, baby.
That's a good idea.
We will do a live stream on election day. We'll be election commentators, talking heads. I've been trying to we have some technology issues that we're trying to work with We do have a green screen that we could work with, that we could possibly put some things up on behind us. We're trying to do that. That all plays into the setup that we're trying to make to further our message and stuff, to keep informed, because the election is just the first hurdle that we have to get over. We have to win this election, take the House. We could take the Senate if we all come out. We could do that. But then that's when the work starts, baby. When we take the House, possibly the Senate, if we take the House, that's when the work starts. That's when the investigations will get real. That's when Republicans will no longer be able to sit in committees and try to hide shit or proclaim things that you can't be telling the public and shit like that. Some real investigation into this stuff, because we all know where it's going to lead. It's all going to lead to Donnie going down in flames, baby, and I'm going to laugh my ass off. In my book, I wish we could get the tar, the feathers, the rail, and have it go right over to Mother Russia with his ass. Actually, I'd rather see him in prison. Orange suits him. I think orange would be real good for him.
Well, yeah,
natural color.
His skin's orange.
Yeah, he's orange. So what the, I heard they got that from natural, story.
No, of course.
Orangutan involved, I believe. Something on the internet.
Also, from what the chat's been saying this entire time, speaking of technical issues,
yes, sir.
I can't turn my mic on. Apparently, I got an echo because we're sitting so close to each other.
Oh. So we get an echo back and forth.
Yeah, we get an echo back and forth.
Oh well. Turn off your mic. Nobody wants to hear you. They want to hear me.
Some people say it sounds cool, but I can only imagine it sounds like crap.
Hey, we did one. It was raining. People kept making the comments, your audio's all bad. No, that was just the rain pouring down on the roof. It made a staticky noise, I guess. So one of our videos, the last one we did live on YouTube, I guess, was a little pity patter on the roof. But we're looking now as it moved off, and I'm hoping that we won't get any rain for a few days and let it tend to dry up out here.
I wonder how many people legitimately think, do they not we're in a wooden shed. We're not like a house. We're not in a well-structured garage. This is literally...
I wouldn't call this place well-structured. I don't know when this thing was built. It was built a long time ago. That's why I call my buckles spider bend buckles, because there are spiders in here that have little deeds to this property. They've been there. Their ancestors were here long ago, and they've claimed this. I don't argue with them. I try to shoo them away from me. But that's about all I got, people. I went live on Facebook earlier, and this didn't work out, but we got a little bit on there. If you get a chance, run by Facebook. You can see the first part of my rant today. And baby, we're just going to need to push this. We have to, because the time is nigh, baby. It's our time to shine. We get to write the next chapter. And baby, we need to turn the page on this one and get this nasty shit out of our history books. Anyway, right before I came down here, Mama, active measures. That's right, baby. Who is that? Leo. Leo reminds people to go see or pull up the documentary Active Measures. Watch that. You will have no doubt in your mind whatsoever where Donnie gets his dollars from, baby, right out of Pootie's hand. That's right. He is a meth lab Barbie. Smoke out, baby. I smoke oil. You smoke oil. I'm sorry, I couldn't see it. It looked like you said smoke out. Might probably be healthier for you than what all y'all could smoke out there and what we can't smoke down here. Beto O'Rourke does what? Willie Nelson going to play it. Beto, love it, baby. He's our big thing down here in Texas, baby. I can't be more proud of Beto O'Rourke at all. And my man Eric Olguin down here in the 27th District, if you're down in this area, that's our man. We want to get Eric elected to our Congress seat down here. And so get behind Eric Olguin, get behind Beto O'Rourke, get behind the person in your neck of the woods, whoever's running in your district, in your town, in your state. Get involved, find out who these people are, get behind them, and get your vote behind them. Because we're all counting on you to do that. This doesn't happen with just one vote, baby. It has to be all of us. I don't want to win. I want a landslide. I want a message sent that we won't tolerate this in our house anymore. On that note, I'm going to say goodnight, because my wife was upstairs cooking dinner when I came down here. It was not far from being done, so I know it's done by now. So me and Travis going to go upstairs and eat a little dinner. and relax. My Cowboys play tonight at 7 o'clock, I believe. I'm hoping for the best because my Texans lost today to Tennessee, and I got to give a shout out to my family in Tennessee. Congratulations. You won. In the last few seconds, I swear, Texans had the ball. It's going back, had a few seconds left on the clock. Let's get it down. All we had to get was close enough to a field goal. We threw the ball, made the catch right down there where a good kick, and the clock ran out. So, oh well, there's always next week. I was checking out Pittsburgh, Amy Werner up in Pittsburgh. I hope your Steelers win today, baby. I have friends and we all have our teams, and but tonight my Cowboys play, so either I'll be depressed or I'll be happy. One of the two.
I'm guaranteeing depression.
Yeah, shut up.
Don't get me wrong, I used to love the team, but
that's right, Karen. Dallas, one love, baby, one love.
That's Bob Marley.
Hey, Bob Marley, we like Bob Marley. I was just listening to some a little while ago. Three Little Birds is one of my favorite little songs from Bob Marley. Anyway, that's all we got. I guess we're gonna say goodnight to everybody, and I'll be doing my rant tomorrow. We'll keep this thing going. We'll pop in live whenever we can. We might try to change our stuff we work with upstairs. We'll be in a little cooler atmosphere. It's like a sauna down here right now. But
let's really quick before we leave, let's thank Tim and Linda again for their donations.
Thank you, Tim and Linda, for the donations you made. They come in handy. We were just talking about things we needed to buy to make all this work, all this technology, because I can't see anything over here. I see the chat, thank goodness for that. But I should be able to see more than just the chat over here. I should be able to see other things too, but we can't do that. We got to do some other magic shit. Good night, Blue Dots, Elaine says. And on that note, y'all have a good night. Gonna sign off, I guess. He'll do something over there, and I'll fade off into the memory, and this will all happy trails to you until we meet.